Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them, make them think that you're doing something.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 18-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
19-yard line.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense. 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline. They keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a scoreless game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. It seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. Operating from the gun, George. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Yetur Gross-Matos coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
11-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
A little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
He was brought down.
Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He was brought down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. From the gun, George. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 3.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete to Mooney. And now look at him go. The 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know
for
why
them?
they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
For the point after.
So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
24.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
24.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there at holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Operating from the gun, George. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off at his own 47, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they were
he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Darnell Mooney, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Falcons 21, Texans nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake. George. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
George.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On 3rd down, George. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And 4 at the 48-yard line.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now this throw caught left side. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
To throw again on second down. George. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And now here is another interception. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Falcons take it.
To be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 23. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 31-yard line. Back to throw again. This one brought in by Jefferson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll look to throw again. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Falcons 28, Texans nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
At the 25-yard line.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. From the gun, George. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, George. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They're going to look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
At the 37-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. That one good for 14 yards. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
14 yards.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Now that was something, and it wasn't good. In one play, you've gone from being in the red zone to maybe out of field goal range. Totally inexcusable.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. 30, 20, 10, and they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown.
The kicker on for the point after.
So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now.
Makes the score Falcons 28, Texans 7. Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 21. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, George. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And this will be caught by Mooney. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Darnell Mooney.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for Jalen.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's complete. Hooper.
That's good.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Given 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Brings up 4th down.
53, come on. 53, check 53.
Back to throw here. And he's going to go down again. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the 1st down.
Texans, 1st down.
From the gun, George. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
Complete to number
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
Operating from the gun, George. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 5 yards to go.
From the gun, George. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
The quarterback is sacked.